So, what's uppermost on my mind, legitimately, is climate change constantly.
Yeah, just a lot of schoolwork right now.
A lot of it has been my mental health.
But also, my stepson. The responsibility that's falling on the children, and we're not even telling them.
I'm quite the procrastinator, so I've piled it all on myself.
The struggles and barriers around it.
Just a couple, women that are very close to me have been all dealing with sexual assault.
He's actually stolen cash from me now.
Night terrors are just the absolute worst.
I was quite suicidal most of the summer.
I couldn't stand living in that house. Like, it was because I wanted to die.
I was spending about $200 a week on pot.
I trusted someone with something that belonged to me, and she lost it.
I was just a little kid in elementary school, and so is my stepson. So are many little kids, and there's a lot bigger problems coming their way.
Think about how youth without parents, how the hell are they gonna get the practice in to drive?
It requires 5 people to be able to afford rent. We all work full time.
It's also making me not want to, be at home.
Lost at sea, drowning mind heavy. Pull the shore.
My name is Brandon, and this is my reflection series for Channeling Youth Voices. Looking back to when I was moving into Switchback, I was just getting out of treatment, and I'll just be on house arrest for 5 months. And then I was moving into Switchback to work on my boundaries and have stable housing. It felt good at first. I knew that I was moving into a place with active addiction, even though I was just fresh out of treatment. And it was definitely not as easy as I thought it was going to be. I've been to treatment before, and the whole time I was using, I was going down to East Hastings and selling dope on the strip there. Every single time I got out of jail, instead of me getting a place and getting my life back on track, I went right back to the same thing. I get my welfare check and go grab a load of dope. I felt like it was my rock bottom because I'd never been busted so many times in such a short amount of time. So the difference between the multiple times that I've been in, back and forth, in and out, and it's the effort that I put in, all the hard work that I did. And the biggest thing about getting clean is that you've got to actually want to get clean. You gotta want to make the changes to do it. I started going back to school to get my business certificate and to get my dogwood. I started working at Ruth and Naomi's, the shelter, and then I worked in the isolation center for months on months, doing 12-hour shifts on the weekends. When I got this place, I moved out. It was a big change. I have my own space. I don't have to have a staff member let me into the building. I can take the garbage out when I want to. When I have guests come over, I don't have to have them go through a process to get into the building. I was able to have Hayden come home with me, which is awesome, right? This is my sanctuary. This is my space where I can come home and I can be peaceful, right? My biggest hope for the future would be to continue to grow and hopefully fulfill my sobriety and have my son full time and part of my life and be able to watch him grow and do big, great things.
that's okay. You'll figure it out someday. You've got your whole life before you.
I have so much packed right now. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep cleaning up the walls and the windows and the appliances, the bathroom floors and stuff. Uppermost of my mind it is preparing for the summit, and whenever I talk about my experiences, it can be kind of triggering, and I'm going to be talking about my experiences with a whole bunch of people from town that know me, and that can be really overstimulating for me. Okay, you gotta say bye to everybody, Peanut. Say bye. Bye.
Hello. I'm gonna turn down my music. I just did a tarot card reading. I asked the deck about what's my intention for the day, and the immediate card that I drew was struggle. Okay? Struggles. Once you learn about the lessons taught, you can shift your perception and begin to make meaning of your struggles. And it even relates to this project because we're sort of looking at the daily struggles that we go through.
Question number 1. What's uppermost on my mind right now? I will never be good enough. I feel like I am an imposter. I feel like I do not deserve to have nice things. I feel like I don't deserve to be happy, and I feel like I am a waste of space. That being said, rationally, I know that I am beating statistics, so that's pretty cool.
Hello.
What has been on your mind today?
I found out that my fiance is getting kicked out, so I'm kind of worried about that.
How is it affecting you, and how are you dealing with it?
I am kind of getting a little stressed out, maybe a little bit snappy. I'm trying to figure out, like a way for us to have a place that we can stay until we find a place for the both of us.
Did you or are you going to talk to anyone or do anything about it?
I've been talking to the necessary resources to try to attain shelter.
Services that did or didn't help you when transitioning. Yeah, I would say like the most supportive thing was people, like personalities, like especially if they did have a professional background. That was a benefit to me greatly. Like I had one person who was very well established and had a great reputation in the community who just like bent over backwards for the people that they were in contact with, the youth. And I had a couple other people actually along the way that continued to, that just were the reason that I made it. I think having more open-minded and empathetic, genuinely empathetic services. I know lots of people who don't stop using substances and who still deserve support, and they go through phases where they want to, or maybe they tried their hardest at a different time, or maybe they didn't. Realistically, they still deserve to be cared for. And I think that is one thing that needs to be addressed. Like, at least let the kids know that they're cared for when they're turning 19. Like, be there for them, even if you can't provide housing or whatever. Like, it would be great if you could just remember to check in on them and try and do what you can.
One thing that's been on my mind this week, or today, was the struggle of getting my kids up for school. And how I have to fight with them every morning. One thing that helped was their grandma. She picked up my son for school this morning and drove him. My daughter's still here. One thing that makes it better is knowing that my kid's actually going to school. and knowing that he has ideas on what he wants to be when he gets older.
I don't even have my questions with me. All right, let's go on a journey. I believe the first one is what is utmost on my mind. That would probably be my failing relationships with mother figures in my life. And my relationships with other people. It's been really stressful in that department lately. Not having a good time with it, not really sure how to deal with it. And it's a constant stress, but here we are. How am I dealing with it? Avoidance, normally, that's generally like my best go-to coping mechanism. Obviously not the healthiest one. I did end up journaling a couple days ago because I was like mental break level. So that did help a bit. I actually wrote for the first time in like probably over a year. And I will be seeing a counselor soon because I haven't seen my counselor in like 2 months, and obviously it's about time.
Good morning. Usually I talk to you after work, but I totally forgot yesterday. So now we're getting ready for work. I'm just tired. I'm exhausted. There is not an ounce of me that wants to be a human today. Like I feel hungover, and I didn't drink yesterday. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna smudge. We're gonna smudge because I always feel better after a smudge. I have a longer one that I do in like serious situations where I like actually need some spiritual healing. But today we're just kind of feeling a little bit better, greeting the day.
Okay. This is my new bedroom, bro. Oh my god. This is the bathroom? What? This is the kitchen. That's my cat. This is the kitchen area. This is, at the moment, the living area. It's Peanut. Dude, this is such a big deal. This is so exciting. I'm so happy. That's all I wanted to say. Okay, I'm done with this video diary.
Free from grief, now you flee.
I didn't really have anything. The only thing I was holding on to was the little moments of good that I had with people.
I just had a really good cry today, and it felt really good that I was dealing with it properly.
I have been thinking a lot of a trip to Banff that I am planning with my fiance.
I've been doing hair for about 6 years, and that's, what I do to take care of myself and keep my life going.
I'm looking forward to being on a little vacation.
Seeing the kids be happy is what made my day better.
I think I can see the whole picture. That's what's helping.
I think I've really a really cool list.
I'm trying to now figure out a new place to live, and that's how I'm dealing with it.
How I got through it was like I vented to a lot of people about it.
I made this beautiful collage.
In order to fully process your emotions, I think that you have to be sober to do that.
Did a face mask last night, which was kind of nice. I haven't done that since I was a kid.
How am I dealing with it? By sleeping. Get all my stuff done that I need to get done when it comes to school, when it comes to work, when it comes to supporting my loved ones.
Not only have I been eating, but I've been eating well, and I've been eating food that I made myself.
Recognizing my own boundaries.
It was beautiful outside today, actually. That was probably my best part of the day, was the fact that the sun was out. Yes, I agree. I agree, Neela. I agree. So, yeah.
sleep somewhere in peace. You're flying high. Oh, gee, what can I say? Your cigarette smoke won't let you decay. Your soft heart, your vicious bite, humming sweetly into the night, but you can't stop breathing.
Say bye, Peanut!
But she